It certainly appears that way, Tom, given the announcements ahead of the budget, the leaks, the fact that we will not be getting to a surplus as a result of COVID-19. The budget papers were printed yesterday, so there's no last-minute changes happening there except to the Treasurer's speech, which he'll hand down tomorrow night. There's been a lot of speculation about will income tax cuts be brought forward. We've had our clearest indication yet that in fact will be the case in tomorrow's budget, but there is a report in the Financial Review today that as a part of this plan, the stage 2 of the income tax cuts could in fact be backdated, so back to the July the 1st, and that would see millions of Australians get more money in their pockets this financial year. The Finance Minister never one to preempt an announcement, speaking on this prospect this morning.
The budget will be delivered at 7:30 p.m. Tomorrow night, but as you'd be well aware, we have a track record of always looking for opportunities to lower the tax burden on hardworking families. Personal income tax cuts put more money into workers' pockets. They boost take-home pay for hardworking Australians, and so it's always something that we are committed to pursue where that makes sense.
Also confirmation that the net migration levels in Australia are expected to plunge into negative territory for the first time since World War II. This was part of an interview that the Treasurer did with our political editor, Andrew Clennell.
We're also seeing our population growth go to its lowest level in more than 100 years.
But you're not doing a baby bonus. It's just not that effective, is it?
Well, I'd love everyone who's watching to encourage more births across the country, and that is good news. But people will obviously make decisions about the size of their family depending to some extent on how they feel about their economic prospects.
Are we looking at zero net migration or negative net migration for a couple of years then?
We are.
Meanwhile, Trudy, also another boost for infrastructure as part of the budget.
Yeah, Tom, $7.5 billion of infrastructure projects will be brought forward in tomorrow's budget. This is projects right across the country, and the government claims this will support the jobs of around 30,000 Australians. As I say, each state and territory will be a beneficiary of one of these projects, but I'll take you through some of the key headline figures. $750 million for the Coomera Connector in Queensland, $560 million for the Singleton Bypass in New South Wales, and around $530 million in Victoria for rail upgrades, including Shepparton and Warrnambool. He was the Deputy Prime Minister on Sky News this morning.
We're investing right across the economy in infrastructure, because it's not just the high-vis worker on site, it's that little cafe that's selling the egg and bacon roll nearby. It's the motel accommodation that's filled up because of people working on site. They're the ones we're backing. We don't want to leave any Australian behind.
A lot of people will flick straight to the deficit figures when we do get this budget out tomorrow night. Will we see a budget deficit this financial year of over $200 billion? And also, Tom, that debt ceiling limit, an expectation that will be raised beyond $1.1 trillion.